Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be completely bonkers. Now we have additional data, you guys, that is essentially saying that we are at new highs as far as price drops, and we are not even in a confirmed recession yet. As soon as we're in a confirmed recession, everything is going to continue to spiral out of control. As soon as the recession hits mainstream media, the fear of missing out is going to shift to the sellers, and the price breaks and the sales price are going to continue to plummet. That will lead us into a housing market, I almost said crash, negative equity growth situation. I hate saying crash because the opinions differ so much, and I don't want to waste my time continuously explaining my definition, okay? But really, a crash kind of depends on the metro area. It kind of depends on the over evaluation and your local market fundamentals, including job fundamentals, right? But regardless, you guys, we are continuing to see trends that are completely undisputable as to what direction our housing market is going in. Now, today we're going to unpack an article from Redfin titled Housing Market Update. Share of homes with price drops reaches new high as mortgage rates top 2008 levels. Now, remember, you guys, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm trying to spread the message. I'm trying to work hard for you guys. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and please always comment. I'm not a financial advisor, but my bio, not my channel, my bio is as a realtor, loan officer, and instructor in real estate in Texas. So I love everything about real estate. But me personally, I got hurt in 2008. So I feel like it's really important to sound the alarm and prevent people from making bad decisions, which is what they did at the end of 2021 and into 2022 if they purchased real estate. More than likely, some people get a good deal. I just didn't see any. Let's jump into this article right now. The highest share of sellers on record dropped their list price during the 4 weeks ending June 12th as mortgage rates shot up to levels not seen since 2008, dwindling the pool of home shoppers. Still, home buying has never been more expensive. The typical buyer with a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is looking at a monthly payment of $2,500, up from $1,700 a year ago. That's all. That's basically a $700 difference, y'all. That's massive per month, right? But those who remain in the market may notice they face less competition from other buyers. Homes are more likely to sit on the market for a few weeks compared to last year when they would go under contract within a week. And home prices are being bid up less often than they were earlier in the spring. The housing market isn't crashing, but it is experiencing a hangover as it comes down from an unsustainable high. Housing demand has already cooled significantly to the point that the industry has begun facing layoffs. That's one of the first things to come, layoffs. And you guys saw Redfin actually last week laid off 8% of their staff and made that public. Super embarrassing. I would assume if you were an employee, not sure why they did that except to appease too shareholders. This week's rate hikes will further stretch home buyers' budgets to the point that many may be priced out. While a lot of home sellers are already dropping their prices, more homeowners will likely decide to stay put now that the mortgage rate on a new home is significantly higher than their current one. So he said the market's not going to crash. I want to understand what his definition of negative equity growth is going to be for it to be considered a housing market crash, right? I think a lot of these people are just hiding behind an unrealistic term of crash. What if his definition of a crash is 70% loss of equity? Do you see how they can hide behind that? Like, oh, it's not going to crash. It's not going to go down 70% in equity. It may go down 50% in equity, but not 70% in equity. That's the problem with people's definition of a crash, especially if they're a professional like that. They can hide behind an unrealistic definition of crash. So I want to know, what do they think the negative equity growth is going to be? 5, 10, 15, 20%, right? Obviously, it's going to depend on the metro. But regardless, you guys, you know that mortgage payments going up roughly 50% year over year, that's not sustainable. Okay. You guys know that house payments can't go up 50% year over year. That's not going to work. Things got to change, right? Obviously, that's not going to work. A little kid, a child could tell you that. Let's continue reading this article right now. And you guys remember when I'm saying rates lead the way to change? Rates lead the way to change. Let's continue reading. If it weren't for the surge in mortgage rates, the housing market would still be in boom right now. Demand for home buyers was still extremely high as recently as February, which is shocking to me, but it is true. But rates are making it really tough, going from 3% to nearly 6% almost instantly has scared a lot of people out of the market. And that's the rug pull, y'all, that we were rug pulled. Okay. We should not have been. These effects should have taken, this should have happened in 2021, but they were not. And that's why we were rug pulled. Super bummer that that happened, but it is what it is. Let's continue reading. For the week ending June 16th, 30-year mortgage rates rose 5.78%, the highest level since November 2008, and the largest 1 week increase since 1987. It was a massive 1 week increase. You guys, the average rate, it was so bad. I thought it was going to be about 25% basis point increase week over week. It ended up being like double that, over 50 basis points. So that was a massive week over week increase, right? A week over week that's crazy. That's a rug pull. Let's continue. And the same number of people searched for homes for sale on Google. Searches during the week ending June 11th were flat from a year earlier. Just people aren't interested in this crap no more. Consumers aren't going to take this crap. We're going to hold out. We're going to wait. The seasonally adjusted Redfin Homebuyer Demand Index, a measure of requests for home tours and other home buying services from Redfin agents, were down 14% year over year during the week ending June 12th. That was the 9th consecutive week of declines in the index. I would say the Federal Reserve's measures are hitting the housing market. Wouldn't you all agree? Touring activity as of June 12th was 3% above the start of the year, compared to a 29% at this time last year, according to the home tour technology company ShowingTime. Mortgage purchase applications were down 16% from a year earlier, while the seasonally adjusted index was up 8% week over week during the week ending June 10th. Now, I've had people come and comment and say, "Oh, mortgage demand actually went up, 8% week over week." You're wrong, Travis. You're wrong. But the thing is, you guys, who cares? They're down, plummeted, gutted so far down. It's bound to have a slight increase. And I believe that slight increase was because during that time period, interest rates plateaued, right? Interest rates plateaued, and then the Federal Reserve hiked the federal funds rate 75 basis points and started their asset selling program, including mortgage backed securities. I believe that prior to that, when the interest rates were plateauing, that is why the demand went up in mortgages. But historically, these months, demand should be skyrocketing for mortgages. The fact that it's not skyrocketing for mortgages, it shows you demand is completely crippled, right? So be careful what you're looking at. But let's continue on with this article right now. Okay, this is really cool, guys. So this is really on the price drops right here. More price drops than any other time since at least 2015. So this chart goes to 2015. Now you can see that the price drops is 5.6%. Okay, so 5.6%. This looks like a quarter over quarter map or a chart right here. So quarter over quarter, 5.6%. Obviously it surged, right? So it surged starting right here. Guess what happened right here, you guys? The Federal Reserve's measures started taking effect in our housing market, and that's why you see this trend skyrocketing. This is probably going to continue to skyrocket until people start listing their houses at reasonable prices, right? So that is really cool to see, you guys. There's never been a time since they've been measuring this where people have price dropped their houses at this rate. So, in other words, we can clearly see the trends, right? So really the question is again, how much are house prices going to go down? When will it start exactly? And what metro areas are going to be hurt the most? Where should I invest at purchasing a home? Am I safe to purchase? Those are the subjects that we're going to continue to cover on this channel as we go into 2022. But right now we're studying the trends because the market isn't in full crash mode yet. We need these trends to continue. Now, if the Federal Reserve reverses course, that's bad. All these trends will probably reverse, so we don't want that. But overall, you guys, I really appreciate you taking this journey with me. I hope you guys are enjoying this information. If you're sitting on the sideline like me, Obviously, all these things are refreshing. These are all things that are good news. So continue to stay patient, improve your credit, improve your income situation, and save more money. Get your relationship underway with your realtor, stay pre-qualified with a loan officer, and get ready to start buying. Not yet, in my opinion, but soon. Now, I appreciate you guys taking this journey with me. If you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck, and I hope you win.